I'm Jo Mason. I am the owner and director of Educating Animals, and I also work as Academy Manager for Guide Dogs UK.
So I'm Jim Mackey. I'm the Animal Behaviour Management Officer for ZSL, which is the Zoological Society of London.
So for the past 3 days, we've been based at Paignton Zoo, and we have been running a 3-day animal training workshop. And we've had 15 fantastic professional dog trainers join us, and we've been training a range of different species here. And we've been learning the theory and all about the practical elements of animal training.
It's been really great that we've been able to combine two groups. So we've got our dog training colleagues out there in the industry, but our zookeeper friends here at Paignton Zoo have been able to join, and a couple of keepers from Newquay Zoo as well. So a really good collaborative effort, bringing the two strains, if you like, of animal training together.
So the practical bits we started after we'd done an introductory session all about the learning science. So we kind of revisited and we looked at and revised the learning science, looking at how animals learn. We've also touched on training techniques, and then the delegates have been out in the zoo, and we've been working with ring-tailed lemurs, we've been working with giraffe, red panda and wattled crane. So they've been able to put all of that theoretical understanding and knowledge into practice when we've been out on the zoo with those species.
Yeah, the practical elements of the workshop have been easily the most fun. It's equally important to understand the learning science as it is to be a practitioner, and to understand the practical application. But the fun bit is definitely being out here with the animals. And I suppose my particular highlight has been working with the wattled cranes, which is a really unusual species for training. Not many zoos train wattled cranes, so it's great that Paignton are putting that programme together and allowed us to actually see it in the very early stages.
It's always a little bit daunting when you start working with a new kind of cohort of learners as well, so not knowing kind of what experience they bring to it. But we've seen phenomenal progress with the 8 ring-tailed lemurs that we're working with, so we're working on station training them. They've got now nice little stations positioned all along the fence line, so we've been working really hard on that. We've been working with the younger red pandas, so getting them to come down on hand feed, and obviously Jim's been working with a group with the wattled crane as well, and had some success of them just working on approaches. I think one of the highlights, probably for both of us and probably the keepers here at Paignton, has been the progress that the giraffe have been making. So working on some foot care. So day 1, the delegates had a go at target training the giraffe, and then we've been working with the keepers over the past 2 days with actually coaching them through how to teach a foot presentation with the giraffe, which has been absolutely phenomenal.
You know, all the keepers here at Paignton Zoo have been so welcoming, and it's been so exciting to see them progress as much as the other learners, the dog trainer learners. So it's been a 3-day journey, but particularly with the giraffe, seeing that specific progress on a foot lift behaviour, which is actually quite complex. Actually, it takes quite a lot of understanding from the animal, from the trainer, in order to get that foot lift under stimulus control and then be able to place it onto a block. A lot of it is to do with how you set up the environment, and that's what we see here. From day 1 to day 3 with the lemurs, the progress is all about the way we set the environment up to allow the trainers to do their job. Yeah, it's all about animal welfare for me. Everything we do with zoo animal training, we have our legislation that states it must provide a net welfare benefit to the individual. So everything we teach our human learners is all about that, is what it's in it for the animal.
It's a move away from any form of manual restraint, so actually it gives the animal choice and control over their outcomes. So it's that cooperative behaviour, so their participation in their care. For me, that's the big one, and kind of trying to do that in a really, really stress-free way, or as minimal stress as we can. I think from our delegates' perspective and our keepers' perspective, I think it's very much kind of having people that are professional dog trainers. It's learning how to work with and train exotic species, but for the keepers here at Paignton and the 2 that have come from Newquay, it's about how do they work, how do they start those foundation behaviours in terms of a training programme.
And Jo's absolutely right. The reduction in things like manual restraint and chemical restraint as well and even anaesthesia, reducing all those potentially invasive procedures and replacing them with trained behaviour is what it's all about. And I really believe that here at Paignton Zoo they're making a major effort to kind of contribute to everything that we know about zoo animal training in the community, and we're really grateful for them.
Yeah, hugely grateful. They've been amazing.